Hello from Western New York. Just rained. And let's look at... Well, my mom's flowers are doing quite well. Rose is doing okay, although I think my mom might want to try doing a little bit of deadheading. I'll try to get a few more roses in. Probably going to end up cutting down this thistle within a week or so. Ornamental kale's doing pretty good. Plus everything's doing pretty good here. Well, I got an interesting idea I might try for next year. And that is basically try and convert this area into a strip of garden for growing vegetables, you know, within like 3 feet of this path. You know, grow things like cabbage, kale, tomatoes, squash, zucchini, that sort of stuff, you know. Maybe some onions. Or whatever vegetable I can find. You know? Well, arguably peppers and tomatoes are fruits, but along with... Okay, there's a lot of fruits we call vegetables, okay? Well, let's see here what's going on. Probably gonna have to do a little bit more, some weeding, but blackberries seem to be coming along nicely. Hopefully within the next month I'll be able to enjoy some. Well, that's it. Good sized grasshopper right there. Right there. And of course you got Japanese beetles. Well, we got a bumblebee buzzing around, so I better be careful about what plants I swat. My Polona is doing pretty good as far as producing raspberries is concerned. I mean, I had myself a nice little snack on these things earlier. Okay, like I said, we got some bumblebees buzzing around. Kind of have to be careful. And as you can see, I got a lot of good flowers on my heritage right here. And Fall Gold also has got a good number of flowers, a number of which look like they've been pollinated by our busy friend here, the bumblebee, along with the honeybees. You know, they've been busy. Gonna do a little bit of checking around with my one blackberry, which is kind of growing. They're all kind of growing this way and that way, you know. Of course, some of the newer plants don't look like they're doing all that good because, well, let's face it, you know, you put them in. I put them in this year, so you know, they're not going to be all that big and impressive right away. I got plenty of strawberries growing. The thing that's annoying is that squirrels or moles or whatever seem to think that this is their little pantry, and thus ain't the one that's been enjoying them. You know, which is mildly annoying. I mean, you spend all that work, you'd want at least one. I mean, come on! How hard is it to leave one of them for me? But you can't negotiate with squirrels, I guess. Gotta get that cut up. Yeah, so basically I got plans to basically convert a 3-foot strip of this yard down, 3 feet wide, and maybe, let me see here, about, let's call it 50 feet long. Basically of course I am going to have to buy quite a bit of some garden soil, potting soil, compost, manure, or have a little chat with my uncle, see about, getting see about if he can get some good aged stuff, that way I can have like a nice little garden right in here. I mean, face it, let's think about it. A 3-foot by 50 feet section. I mean, that's not much considering the size of this yard. I mean, I was thinking about doing some gardening along the edges, literally. Don't know if my mom would like that idea, though. On the other hand, bunch of dirt would actually kind of help out the yard a bit. Yeah, this is growing pretty good. Get another foot or two, and I'm gonna have to tie it up again. The leaves are doing pretty well. Turned nicely. Grapes here growing pretty good so far. Trimmed off a couple of dead branches. Gonna have to do some weeding in and around in here. Well, I think I got the last of the blueberries for the season. There was one here and a couple here. Well, might be one or two more left. But Well, maybe one more. Depends on if Bert don't get it, you know. Of course, we'll see what happens, you know. Not really a whole lot of a harvest this year, but like I said, I mean, I planted most of these. I put most of these in last year. I mean, this one, all the way down there, all the way down there, I put in the ground last year. And this one, these are all this year. So, not much of a harvest anyways, in any case. Kinda hope this comes back next year. Although the Perpetua is supposed to provide a second crop. If only I can remember which one was the Perpetua. Roses are doing pretty good. You know, I'm gonna have to start cutting out the old ones soon enough. Probably gonna have to add in some more mulch later. Well, next year. I always have to add in more of that stuff. Oh, I always forget something when I was down that way. The gladiolas are doing pretty good. Gonna have to yank out some weeds. I yanked out some already. We're over in here. Yeah, gladiolas doing pretty good. These ones are doing pretty good. And these, of course, these ones are getting to the end of their little cycle. All gold looks like it's going to be coming along. Gonna need to cut out the old dead stuff. Might do that later today or something. You know, make a video of it. And I have to be careful, got a couple hornets buzzing around in here. On the plus side, the elderberry guy here. Looks like it's doing okay. Elderberry over there looks like it's doing okay. Most everything seems to be doing okay so far. Those weeds are doing fine. Like to hack, I'll probably have to hack them down soon enough. Not that there's really much of an incentive because There's enough stuff there that makes doing anything back there difficult. Yeah, these raspberries are past their primeness. This rose is growing pretty good. Wish you could say the same about the coneflower, but then again, sometimes flowers don't always grow that good. I got a toad in there. This seems to be growing pretty good. Using a method akin to chop and drop, you know, just pull out the weed and drop it. You know, I mean, might as well give back the nutrients that they stole, you know. Nothing else, this clover stuff is good at fixing the nitrogen. Yeah, squash is growing pretty good. I mean, I don't have any flowers on it. Yet. But I see a lot of promising little flower. Well, not the flower, well, but you know what I mean. You know, got a number of buds that look promising. And mind you, these came from plants that, you know, they were planted in here last year. And they grew. You know, there was pods. There was 3 pods. Well, basically what happened was this bed was built at least 6 years ago by a previous tenant because they liked to garden. That, and this is one of the sunnier spots in the whole garden. Well, in the whole yard that was on their section. They did have another one out front, but that was technically on another person's property, and well, when they moved and the other tenant that then got the place left, the farmer, he wanted that little strip of land back. Not that it really is any good, but well, you know, folks like what's theirs, you know. And so, but this was left, and the bed, that is. Although, now originally what was in here was aged goat manure. That's what they had. You know, was what they had on hand, because they owned goats and poultry. Then they, like I said, they left, and then we got some new tenants, and they decided that they wanted to try their own handed gardening, and they put in some squash, but then they had to leave because of issues, and let's leave it at that. Well, like I said, there was three good-sized those three nice gourds that managed to survive the winter without being broken open or anything like that. And basically, when have you seen my earlier videos from during the winter, you would have seen bags of dirt that were easily stacked up to here. Easily. And I'll be honest with you, I plan to buy some more dirt. Don't know if I'll get that much, but you know, I'll probably get a significant amount if I want to work on my one plan, you know. Probably gonna. That plan will probably freak my mother out. But, like I've mentioned, but I found some pods, you know, 3 of them, broke them open, scattered, saw the seeds, they looked okay, scattered them. Then I took the lawnmower, you know, I took my grass whip, cut down as much of the weeds as I could, then I got the lawnmower and just mowed the rest down. And then I got the wheelbarrow, loaded it with, you know, with the dirt, compost and whatnot. Basically, I placed 4 bags of the stuff here, 4 bags of stuff there, 4 bags of stuff there, 4 bags of stuff there, and then I had some vermiculite perlite mix left, and a big space in the middle, and that's where I put that at. And as you can see, this is growing fairly well. I haven't had to really water this at all. Of course, I did top it off with the hay mulch, and as you've been noticing, what I've been trying to do with the weeds is just, you know, break them, drop them, let them break down. Don't know how well that's working, but because I keep on getting more weeds, you know. But at least on the plus side, you can tell the soil is real good. Because, as they say, every plant tells a story. I might end up having to cut out the smaller squash plants, at least a few of them, because they look like they will be overshaded. You know, I just might do the old chop and drop on them. You know, I mean, I got 3 good-sized plants in here. That should give me plenty of squash. I mean, there might be a couple I leave, but there's some that they're going to be buried underneath the squash, these bigger ones. So, you know, I might just break them and, you know, just cut them off. On the plus side, these blueberry tomatoes are doing pretty good. I mean, there's a couple other tomatoes in here that I'm probably going to have to pick before long. Because how red they are. And, well, that's a shame. That one looked like it came from my, which one are you? That might be the green zebra one. Or even Mr. Stripey, I mean. You got bugs that got in it. Bit of a shame. Of course, then again, that's partly my fault, okay? I mean, I'm new to this. I'm not really growing a garden myself, okay? So, I mean, I suppose I could try to save the seeds from this. On the other hand, maybe nature will do the job for me. Now I have some tomatoes growing down there. Along with some peppers, I picked off the cherry peppers that looked like they were past. You know, put them down in there. You know, see what happens, you know. Well, this is my garden so far. This is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Hit the like button. Post comments. And all that sort of stuff. Well, let's take a look at some of these. They're coming along, you know. They're Scotch bonnet, looking pretty good. The serranos, I mean, they look good. The hot Portugals look okay. You know, some of them look like they're getting to be a good size. The Anaheim, you know, I got a couple good peppers on there. And of course, jalapenos. And then, of course, there's the other peppers too. Well, like I said, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Post comments, click the like button, all that sort of stuff. Okay, goodbye.